Hi everyone, it is Helen here, aka Oatberry, and I wanted to introduce you to a collaboration that I did with my dear friend Nate the Wonder Boy. We went with a theme that was inspired by the Shu Uemura Brave Beauty Fall collection, which actually was inspired by a video that Jean Francois of YouTube made inspired by and using that collection. And I can't afford a lot of new makeup right now, especially because I'm going to the makeup show in a couple weekends, but I worked with what I could, and the two color palettes in the collection were like a green one and then one called pink, but the pink palette has some purple, elements of purple in it too. So I went ahead and tied in that color, and I tried to stick with sort of the feel and the theme of Brave Beauty in this look, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It was definitely a departure from my usual style for me, and I hope you guys really like it. I want to apologize because I know it's been forever since I filmed a video, and I know this is an excuse, but we moved and I just got everything set up and it's still not perfect. It's still not set up exactly the way I want it to be set up, but I have to I know I mentioned my mom in one of my other recent videos too, but I have to mention my mom again. I went to see her tonight, and what she told me is that life is meant to be living and not achieving things. So everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. You just really have to live and do what you want. And so I decided to make this video tonight in collaboration with my dear friend Nate. Alright, let's get started. I hope you guys like the look. Okay, so this look was actually really easy to create and didn't take very long, and I did it using all Glamourdolleyes eyeshadows. So let's get started. First, I just want to go over what I did before I even started the eyes. So I did my complexion, and I used the new Mercier foundation in linen, which that doesn't really matter, that's my color, but that's what I used. And then I contoured just a little tiny bit with some bronzer just to give my face some depth. Like, the focus of this look isn't really the contour, it's more higher up, like underneath the eye. So I just used a little bit of bronzer. And then I went ahead and I took Glamourdolleyes Vanilla Unicorn, which is a cream shadow. I wanted to keep it really simple on the top of the eye. Literally the only thing I did was I blended out Vanilla Unicorn with my finger all over the eye. And then I also went ahead and filled in my brows with a little bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills Taupe Dipbrow. So next, what we're going to do to get started on the actual shadow is I'm going to take a primer, and I'm using Glamourdolleyes Control Freak, and I'm just going to put this all the way on half of the eye and outward, all the way to the outer corner. And I would have used tape if I had had tape, but I couldn't find any tape, and as you guys know, I just got done moving, so that kind of explains that. And next, I'm going to start with our first eyeshadow color, and I use Glamourdolleyes Royal Assassin, which is a beautiful dark shade. It has like some just iridescent flecks of light in it, and it's got like a purpley tone to it. It is gorgeous, and I'm not one for dark shadows, but more and more I'm starting to fall in love with them, and I really fell in love with this one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take Royal Assassin, and we're going to put it sort of in a little like polygonal shape, I can't say words, starting from halfway across the eye and going upward following the contour of the cheekbone. So I'm just going to take some on my brush, load it up, and tap it off to prevent too much fallout from happening. And we're just going to start drawing our polygonal shape. Polygonal shape. I don't know why I chose such a difficult word to say, you guys. Anyway, polygonal shape, and then blending it outward. And this is a dramatic look, so don't be afraid to blend it a little bit past the eye. I usually stop at the end of the eyebrow, but you can go and do your thing, girl, and blend it like all the way up to your hairline if you want to. I'm just going to wipe the brush off a little bit. And I'm just going to blend out the edges before we get on to the next color. And as much as I love this color, Royal Assassin, the real, in my mind, the real star of this show is this next color, which is called Phyrra, which, by the way, Phyrra is amazing, and she's one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this kind of stuff, like blogging and have a YouTube channel. Anyway, so this shadow is named after her. And it looks like that. And it's a gorgeous, I thought it was pink, but apparently it's purple. It's like a gorgeous pink purple color. And it has like lavender glitter or something, lavender flecks in it. So we're just going to put that right underneath Royal Assassin. And again, keeping the shape of your top of your cheekbone in mind. Anyway, not anyways, anyway. Anyway, so next we're gonna go in with our Bare Naked shade, and I meant to use this shade called Dazzle Me, but accidentally used Bare Naked instead, but we're just gonna layer Dazzle Me over it. So we're just gonna go in with that one. And excuse that, that's a little scar I have on my face, but I try not to let it hold me back. Next we're gonna go right over that with Dazzle Me, which is a little bit more of a gold shade. I'm just gonna go right back in there with Phyrra and just darken that up a little bit and bring it down just a little bit further to match the other side where I've got Phyrra going on. But now we're gonna go in with the white, and I'm just gonna use NYX Milk because that's what I have, and then I'm just gonna draw a triangular shape underneath, right underneath the eyeball, and trying to keep the lines again as neat, as clean as possible. And we're just gonna meet that up with our lines right here. And if you are a normal person that has Scotch tape in their house, in your house, just please go ahead and use Scotch tape. I just did not have any, and your lines will be straighter and your life will be easier. And my line, I'm not quite happy with how straight that line is where the purple Phyrra shadow is, so I'm just gonna come on in and with a straighter tool, let me see what I have here. And I'm just gonna straighten that line out just a little bit on this side. Now for the shades that I put over the white, the milk, I went ahead and I took Sterling Glitz, which is like a really bright, gorgeous silver shade, and I went ahead and blended that one over the bottom, like from here and down. So I'm just going to do that on this side. And then for right up underneath the eye, I wanted to keep it like really matte white. So I took Cloud Coverage and I just went ahead and blended that, and again by Glamourdolleyes, and I just went ahead and blended that right up underneath the eye. I'm adding some white in NYX Pure White to the waterline, just on half the eye. I'm adding some Urban Decay Perversion to the outer half. And now I'm just going to check it out and see if I'm happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. I want to blend my shades upwards a little more, so I'm just going to take the brush I had Phyrra on and just blend it a little more up. And then the brush that I used for Royal Assassin, so I'm fairly happy with that. Next I'm going to take my cream liner and we are going to make a winged liner, but the wing is just going to be on the bottom of the eye and out, as opposed to the top of the eye, because with this eye look everything is all about what goes on the bottom. So I'm just going to make a winged liner on the bottom. Now for the liner, I did connect and smooth it on top, but I made sure to keep it from like the halfway mark of the eye out, as I did with the bottom part, and I made sure to keep it from the halfway and winged it up and out. And now I'm just going to clean up the top of our shadow and our liner with my concealer brush. Just like that. And now for the mascara, and this part was actually one of my favorite parts. I thought it was really fun. I took my I took a white mascara primer. You can use whichever one you want. I just happen to have the Dior one that I have left over. So I took that one and I'm just going to apply it all over the lashes. And make sure the lashes are nice and white throughout. And I did top and bottom. But I only went ahead and put black mascara again on the outer half. So I kept just white lashes on the inner on the inner half of the eye, and then I put black on the outer. And this is my favorite mascara right now. I don't know why. I have like so much high-end mascara and like really nice expensive mascaras, but this L'Oreal Miss Manga mascara is like my favorite one and I keep using it. So we're just gonna put that on the outer half. And now if you've seen the Shu Uemura Brave Beauty collection, which this look is inspired by in the video that Jean Francois did over it, you'll see those super fabulous like peacock lashes. Well, I don't have those lashes, but I picked up these feathered lashes at IMATS and they've literally just been like sitting amongst my eyelashes waiting to be put to good use. So we are going to go ahead and use those for this look. So these are pink feathered lashes from Miss Adoro, which is just kind of like a cheaper eyelash brand that you can get. And I'm just going to use my House of Lashes lash glue because it works really fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those in place right on the, and I've cut them and I'm just going to put them on the outer half. And they are pretty cheap, and the band is like one of those really stiff, thick artificial bands, so I'm going to use tweezers. Alright, there we go. So it needs a second to dry, but I'm just going to leave them alone for now. For the lips, I wanted to keep it true to kind of what Jean Francois did, which was he played them down. So I'm just going to go in with NYX lip liner, and I'm going to match them to the pink, or to the main theme of what's going on, the pink, purple, and nice. So I'm going to match them to that, and I'm going to use the Purple Rain lip liner, and I'm just going to draw some little heart-shaped baby lips. Some little heart-shaped lips, and then we're going to take a little bit of concealer, and the only concealer I really like to use on my lips is this Benefit one because it's pretty moisturizing. Let's add some gloss. I'm just going to use an Urban Decay and Old School gloss I happen to have handy. Okay, so there are the lips, and then for the blush, I went ahead and I used Glamourdolleyes blush in Reality Check, and it's like just a red, like a true deep red. And we're just gonna go ahead and put that right. I put it on the side, just a tiny, tiny little bit. Because it is quite dramatic, it is quite vibrant on me, and it's easy for me to look like I just have red cheeks if I get it all over the place or I get too much on there. But it is a beautiful blush, and it is really good for someone with a deep complexion. I'm just gonna take it right underneath and just kind of dot it barely on there. Right underneath where we put all that gilded highlighting color, and I still probably got a little more, so I'm going to even it out there. And then I'm going to take a buffing brush from Sedona Lace, and I'm just going to buff it out so I don't have just a really stark red area on my cheek. Alright, and that is the finished look. We are done, so I'm just going to let you look. And the concept was brave beauty. So we want to remember to be brave with our choices and a little bit bold and step outside of our comfort zones. And honestly, I think this is a wearable look. Like I might, well, I mean for me it is. For someone else I might change the lashes, but I think that it is really important to try and come outside of your comfort zone. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I hope some of you at least enjoyed this, and I really just want to say I enjoy these shadows every single time I wear them, and I really love this shadow, and it's named after one of my favorite bloggers, Phyrra, so I think she helped create it. I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna assume she did because it looks like a color she would really like. So that's all for today, and check out my friend Nate the Wonder Boy. Check out my friend Nate the Wonder Boy and his collaboration that he did on A Colorful Look, which I actually haven't watched yet and I can't wait to see, so it's going to be a fun surprise. So I'll put that below in the description, and I'll also put all the products I used on my face. So I hope you guys like this look, and that'll be it. And I promise to make another video again much sooner than the gap between the last two. Alright, ta-ta, and have a good night.